know where I'm supposed to be. So you guys are really lucky here. You guys are extremely lucky, and I'll be the first to tell you. My mom will be the second person to tell you. But the big thing about this is that we're actually filming this because it's going to go on YouTube as a presentation. So the big thing is about this is that when I tell a joke, uproarious laughter. When I say something very important, you go, ooh. And when I say something other important, you go, ah. Okay, so you guys know it? Let's practice it right now. I just said something funny. Good, 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 good. And now I said something very important. Ooh. And now I said something else very important. Ah. Anyway, the big thing about this is that, you know, one of the things is Diana came up and she said to me, she just didn't pick up any speaker. She came up to me and she came up to my farm and she said, Bruno, I want you to speak to this agricultural society because I understand you have a very diverse farm. And I said, she's absolutely right. The longer I farm, diverse it gets. Oh, very good, very good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, it was funny. She came up and she said, before I hire you, Bruno, I want to see your operation. So what I did is I lifted up my shirt and I showed her my appendectomy scar. And she said to me, she said, Bruno, that's not what I meant by seeing your operation. And I said, I know, but my girlfriend is here and I couldn't show you my vasectomy. Yeah, so anyway, one of the things is I have a farm and it's by little town of Collinton. Does anybody know where Collinton, Alberta is? Nobody knows where Collinton, Alberta is? Well, I'll tell you, you're in the same boat as many other people because one of the things that happened is virtually nobody knows where Collinton is, but a few years ago I used to be the mayor of Collinton, and this was just at Jean Chrétien's election run. Thank you, thank you. It was Jean Chrétien's election run, and a lot of you guys don't know this, but the mascot, the Collinton mascot is the red fox, right? And everybody has, at one time they had a ball cap, and it has a little red fox on it that says Collinton, Alberta. Anyway, Jean Chrétien came down for our parade, probably just like your parade, and he was wearing a ball cap with a red fox on it. And I said, that is absolutely incredible, because this was way before the internet. I mean, you couldn't find out about things like that back then. And I said to him, I said, Jean, how did you know how to wear this, our Collinton mascot? And he said, you know, my wife, Eileen, she helps me dress every time I go to one of these functions. You know, there was one time I was in Ottawa, and she said, Jacques, you're going to Ottawa? You must wear the brown suit. So I wore the brown suit, and everybody was really happy. And then another time I was in Toronto, and she said, Jacques, you're going to Toronto. You must wear your blue suit. And I wore my blue suit, and everybody was really happy. So I told her, I says, I'm going to be in the Collinton, Alberta parade. What should I wear? And she said to me, Collinton, Alberta? Where the fox at? And so I wore the fox hat, and everybody was really happy. So, yeah, and so, you know, so it's the other thing, and you know, so that's part of my claim to fame, knowing Jean Chrétien. But another person that was very famous from Collinton was my father, right? And he was famous for a different reason. He used to make a little bit of white lightning back in the bush. But he was a lot smarter than the other guys that were the rum runners around there. Because as a diversion for the RCMP, he used to send my brothers and I out to rake, bale, and move alfalfa. And so that's where we get the saying, make shine when the sun's hay. Okay? Anyway, what's happening is that, yeah, so I came down here, and I came down here you know, with a lot of different stuff that's happening. Can we turn this on? Yeah. So the other thing is, my farm. It's kind of between Collington. It's just outside of Collington. It's also by Boyle, Alberta, right? And so you guys who don't, does everybody know where Boyle, Alberta is? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So have you seen the high school teams play? No. You've not gone and seen any of the Lancers games? No. Okay, there's the joke, the Boyle Lancers. Oh, it's funny. Sorry about that. Diane warned me. She said, remember, when you tell a joke, I'll come back in a couple of days' time, and you can record the laughter so I can send it to you that they got the joke. You know, sometimes people say, don't tell me a joke on Saturday because I'll laugh in church on Sunday, and that would be a bad thing. Anyway, so what's going to happen here is I'm just going to get this